Hi everyone, and welcome to the first inaugural episode of Wide Open Wednesday, where you submit questions or topics and I answer or discuss them on my YouTube channel. So you guys have been awesome. You've submitted a ton of really great questions on my Instagram. I'm driving to a jackpot right now. Well, actually, I'm not driving. I recruited a driver today. And so I'm in the passenger seat recording this. So let's get right to it. You guys had some awesome questions. Urban Cowgirl 14175 wants to know what I do for work. It's a good question. I am a professional contract lobbyist. So basically I work in politics. What that means is that companies pay me money to advocate for their issues in government and with different government agencies. It's a lot of fun. It's super competitive and I really like that. At the end of the day, the bill that we're working on passes or it fails. My candidate loses or they win. And I kind of really like that absolute in my job. Okay, Alaya Jean, ooh, if I messed up your guys' names, I am so sorry. This is tough. She wants to know how I get my horses so responsive and soft. And I think it's a really great question, especially with barrel horses. We tend to be really heavy with our hands sometimes and very quick to pick up on them because they're very reactionary and hot-blooded horses. The answer is to fight our instincts and to be as soft as we can with our hands. One of my very favorite trainers is Colton Anderson, and he always goes through the steps. You know, you do it softly, a little bit harder, a little bit harder, a little bit harder, now you spank them. And that's what I try to do with my reining horses, with my colts, with the 4-H horses that I have, and also with my barrel horses, is if you take them through the steps, they're smart animals. They figured out pretty quick that if they don't want to be spanked, they'd better respond when you ask them softly before you have to tell them hard. And so that's how. And the same thing with my hands and my legs, both. You ask them softly, you work up through the gears, and then you tell them hard. Okay, let's see. B. Felton wants some advice or what advice would I give someone who is running in the NBHA but wants to rodeo? I actually have two pieces of advice for you. And the first one is get in with someone who is already hauling. The hardest part about rodeo is not turning 3 cans. You've already got that part down. The hardest part is the lifestyle, and that includes entering, being on the road, managing money on the road, the expense of trucks, trailers, gas, diesel, the whole 9 yards. It gets really expensive really fast. So if you can haul with someone who kind of already has that secret combination unlocked, then that's the best thing for you to do. The lifestyle is not only hard on you, it's also hard on your horse. So as much as you can desensitize your horse to scary things, rodeos take place in scary environments. There are announcers and big crowds that you don't have at really jackpots. You have clowns, you've got cameras, you have carnivals oftentimes, parades going by, fireworks, all sorts of crazy stuff. So anything you can do now to desensitize your horse is going to get them ready for life in rodeo. Sometimes that means trail rides. Sometimes that means a ride around the neighborhood just to get them used to those different things. So whatever you can do to desensitize them is going to set you up for success. Okay. Oh, Jessie Fick asked where I get my clothes. You're so sweet. Thank you very much. I love online Western boutiques. So even when I'm at the Capitol in professional attire, I try and work in like some Western pieces. And so I really love like online Western boutiques and have a couple favorites. Wild Blue is one of my favorites, and then Savannah Sevens is my other. They have some really gorgeous pieces that I can make casual, I can dress them up more for work. For all my rodeo clothes though, Cavenderas, I think that's how you say it. It's a website. I order a lot of my clothes online. It's convenient, shopping is a total pain, and they always have really good deals and sales on that website, so I love them. So thank you. This t-shirt though, I think my grandparents got me this at Walmart. I used to drive a Mustang. Can you see this? So my parents, or my grandparents saw this shirt at Walmart and wanted to get it for me. So looking super fleek today heading to the jackpot. Okay. Michaela Rourke, guys, really, I'm not good at names. She asked how to manage money when it comes to all the great many expenses associated with horses and rodeo. Another really great question because these things add up so quickly. So I am kind of a budget fiend. I live on a budget. I am really, really aware of my financial situation at all times. For me, what helps the most is tracking it and creating a budget. I look at what jackpots and rodeos I'm going to enter that month. I add up, you know, what those entries are going to be. I try to total up, you know, what I think my gas expense is going to be for that month, and I create a budget. And then the second part of creating the budget is tracking your actual expenses. How close are you to staying on that budget? And so I use an app on my phone and my computer. It's called Every Dollar Budget app. I love it. It's kind of a Dave Ramsey thing, but it's fantastic. And I have different categories for horses, for fuel for the truck. I have a budget item in there for like truck and trailer repairs, the whole 9 yards. So I really love tracking your budget. Helps you stay on it. So that would be my advice for you. Let's see, is there any others in here? You guys gave us so many great questions. Let's see. Oh, Utah Barrel Racer wanted to know what the most important thing I did was to get where I'm at today. That's a really hard one. Just because there was not one single thing that I did, but maybe a series of decisions. And it was mostly the decision that this is what I want to do. And so every day I reaffirm that decision with, okay, today I'm going to do this one thing to get me closer to my goals. And it's just that constant progression of moving forward. I've made the decision. I know what it is that I want now. I want to go to the NFR. I want to win the world. These are my goals. And so now it's just reaffirming that commitment to myself every day by doing something, even small, every single day to progress to that point. And so, you know, one day it was, I have to find a barrel horse. That was a pretty big step. And then it was, okay, today I'm going to work on this drill. Okay, today I'm going to research this on YouTube and learn more about this subject. Okay, today I am going to build this in my website. And so it's just a daily commitment to get a little bit better. And it's the same thing in my runs. Every time I make a run, I pick one single thing that I want to do better in that run. And so today it's going to be smoother pockets. I want to keep a really round pocket. And so when I'm doing my run, I'm going to focus on improving that one aspect of my run. So that is my advice to you, Utah Barrel Racer. Thank you guys so much for submitting your questions. We're going to be doing this on a semi-weekly basis. So stay tuned for next Wide Open Wednesday. If you didn't get your questions answered this time, make sure to submit them again for next week. Thanks guys. See you down the trail.